John's going to talk about.
Investigate. Design.
Plan.
Development.
And construction!
So this whole project is about us learning and developing our organization skills, I think mostly, and time managing skills, which will actually be really useful in the future. And the thing that's really hard to manage is that they give too much free time. As free time, you even have freedom to kill yourself, as Mr. Johnson said. But if you know that if you go to the library, for example, that happened to me one or twice, that if you go to the library, you're probably gonna play a game there. But I really didn't want to play a game because I didn't want to fall behind, but I couldn't help it. So yeah, I had to play a game then. But there's a but. I did manage my time correctly on research, and I did catch up, which was a big mistake where I did at the library, because I actually had to do more work at home. So yeah, so basically this project is helping us make a simple machine, us learning about simple machines, and at the end having a machine that you did by yourself, which is at the top where you will see. And I'll tell you how that machine works. So, as you see over here, the machine is like a box. It's a box where you can open the lid, as you see there. You can open the lid, and it uses a wheel. I don't know why I said a wheelie. I think from pulley and wheel mixed, it was like wheelie. A wheel, and I would say a wheel and an axle. And I didn't use another simple machine, I just used those. And the wheel actually helped a little object go outside of the box. So you know those toys you spin and something pops up? It was kind of like that. That was kind of one of my inspirations. And yeah, that was basically how it happened. So there was a string which was tied onto the wheel, it was wrapped around the wheel. So if you pulled the string, the wheel would start turning. And on the wheel there was a chopstick with an animal tied to it going through a hole. And as you turned that wheel, the chopstick on the wheel started going forward because of the wheel spinning towards that direction, and ended up going out of the box, the animal, which was pretty nice. I wasn't expecting it to work actually, but it turned out to be really nice. I chose this specific machine because I actually wanted to surprise my audience. As audience, I would say my customers, if I came to them. I didn't want to do something that was done so many different times. As my classmates. I didn't want to do something close to them, so I did that. If you're asking me if I met my final goal, I would say half, because at the first part on research and development, I was actually I was working on another invention, which was basically a penguin jumping up with a spring tied to it, but it wouldn't actually work out well. I tried it out, but it didn't work because the spring would never actually close down as much as I did, as I wanted it to. So I had to switch my idea. If you're gonna ask if my invention fulfilled my design specifications, I would say not really, because my design specifications were actually based on another product, and because I couldn't do the other product, I had to pick a new one. So the design specifications are actually not meant for this product I made. If I had to do it again, maybe one thing I could improve on is that the measurements of my box were not really precise. There was still some, how should I say, they weren't really equal, so they weren't straight and they were a bit bumpy, although I sandpapered them a lot. So that is one thing that could be improved. The other thing that could be improved is that I put paper as doors, because for the object to come through the box, it had to be something light. So as it came through the papers could easily move. If I put wood there, wood would actually block the object from getting outside the box. For investigation, what went well was that I actually organized my time a lot. Also at home, I only did 1 hour of homework. Sometimes there were even days that I didn't do homework at home, but I still managed to do it on time. I was organized with it. What didn't go well was, I would say I could have improved it with my grammar and stuff, but I said, like, I didn't thought of that actually towards the end. I was just like, well, I'm done, and I just uploaded it. I didn't check for grammar or anything like that. For design, which is development, I started off not really good actually. I didn't know what to do for at least 1 week. I was off track because I found out that I was actually working on the wrong thing, and my infographic kept on deleting itself. I don't know if it was probably a problem or a mistake with me, but it kept deleting itself, and so I had to redo it. And then I went to Mr. Thorburn in the mentor meeting and like discussed this with him, that I was off track. He told me what to do. He told me that I should organize my time correctly, like write on a piece of paper. So that's what I did, and I got on track with the development, and they gave me an extra due date to finish it, which was really kind of them. Or else I wouldn't have handed in anything. So that's what didn't really go well in development. But what went well was that in development I how should I say, like, made my plan like correctly, so there wasn't a mistake with my plan, so I knew what to do and I was on track. Okay, for create, which would be construction, what went well was that I actually, even though my machine didn't work, I worked for 7 hours in 1 day, and I managed to figure something else out, which I worked really hard at, and I was proud of myself. What didn't go really well was that at the first part I wasn't really good at like keep taking pictures as I went and like building my machine, but at the end I started taking all the photos and stuff, but that was pretty rough for me. In my machine I used a wheel only as a simple machine, and a wheel, well, it's one of the first inventions in the world we live today.